Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Midnight Ride with Grayman Prepping. How's everybody doing out there? It's me. Hello. Oh, let's say hello to everybody. Okay. I see another comment just popped up there. I was over on Cold War Preppers listening to him go over the book that was the basis of the movie Homestead. So let's see what we got going on here. All right, so first one in was Walt Rogers, followed by Phelan Clan Wolf, then Troop 1351, followed by Chef Tech, who totally blew the accounting. Yeah, everyone says first, second, third. He goes 27th. Mark, take off your shoes and socks and count. Next was Lewis. It's the Marshmallow Man. Then Glenn How to Garden. And wow, they're really screwing it up. So they wait until the 5-minute countdown's over to throw up an ad. Fortunately, that was a minute and a half after that. So yeah. No. You were fourth. So now go forth and conquer. All right. Oh, shoot. And so, yeah, all right. So we are on that. But yeah. Either on Grayman Prepping or on Camp Patton. I didn't see an ad pop up at all. So, oh, well. All righty. So let me get stuff set. I got 10 news articles to kind of cover here. And so let's see the first one here. I gotta open this one up because this has deals across the country where bridges are at. So open it up here. So risk of collapse evaluation ordered by the National Transportation Safety Board across bridges that vessels go under to assess the risk of collapse if the bridge gets hit. Well, they need to first do a risk of collision first, because if there's no risk of collision, they don't need to do a risk of collapse. Because some have some big old massive things. I mean, you could take a battleship in there and it's going to hit it, and it's going to stop before it hits the hit the support of the bridge. But let's see what it says here. All right. So the National Transportation Safety Board recommended that 68 bridges, including 7 in California, undergo vulnerability assessments to determine the risk of collapse. Like I said, they need to first do a vulnerability assessment, risk of collision first. But they just jump right into the collapse. The NTDS this week released a report on the March 2024 Maryland incident. Gee, it took them 12 months to release a report that documents dozens of other bridges across the nation that have no quote known risks of collapse, unquote, from vessel collisions. In California, 7 bridges that are recommended to undergo the risk assessment: the Golden Gate Bridge, the Richmond-San Rafael Bridge, the Carquinez Bridge, the Benicia Bridge, the Antioch Bridge, the San Mateo Bridge, and the Coronado Bridge. So the last one is the only one in Southern California. The other 6 there are in the San Francisco Bay. Yeah, they got 6 bridges crossing back and forth the San Francisco Bay, and the Golden Gate transverses the entrance into the bay. But yeah, actually Antioch's up the delta a little bit, but it's all the ships that go up the Sack of Tomatoes to up there go under the Antioch Bridge. All are deemed critical/essential bridges except for the Antioch and San Mateo Hayward bridges. And that's because the San Mateo Hayward Bridge is so far south. Not many vessels go under it. And if it does come down, it adds a half-hour commute time going around. Anyways. All right, so let me close that one out. And see, Lee's here, Cold War Prepper's here, Diana 2 is here, Tammy Harder's here, CB at Hugo Homestead is here. Hey, guys. All right, now for the next news article here. All right, you got to listen to the whole headline here. It's a long headline. Trump policies poised to lead to a possible recession, University of California, Los Angeles study says. If you know anything about economics, they would not have a study completed, a real study completed. This is just some crap they threw together to do the left wing. Oh, we don't understand it, but because Trump's doing it, it's got to be bad. Judy Butterfield's here. KP Heathen, welcome. So that's that one. That's all it's going to get. Let's see. Brutal. I like to say brutal flu season and spiking cases of the common cold wallop California. But wait a minute. Back in 2020, they got rid of the flu. They had 0 cases reported. How did it come back? And there was no common cold. Yeah, the numbers are still down below what it was in the 20 teens. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of that one. We're not even going to go into that one. That's just so. And finally, it's coming out in California. California, the government, the state government has released several studies showing that their $20 an hour or $25 an hour fast food minimum wage has had 0 impact on the industry and 0 impact on people losing their jobs. Headline, California fast food sector sees major job losses in 2024. The revised data shows. Oh, they actually counted the numbers. Yeah. So, and it's just like everyone else, but the mainstream media has been reporting lots of people losing their jobs, lots of people being put on severe part-time so they don't fall into the pay increase. And yeah, a lot of people lost jobs over that. Government makes it better fiasco. Epic Newsroom reports, breaking: Supreme Court overturns a lower court's decision on federal gun regulation. And for those that haven't been following that, that was where the lower court said that about the quote ghost guns, the way it was written, it violated the Constitution, and the Supreme Court said, no, I guess as a split decision. No, it kind of doesn't. So we're overturning it, which means they got to revisit it and kick it around again down in the lower courts. All right, Angels Homestead's in here, and so is Scott Hummer. All right, so let me kick that one down off the list here. There we go. I follow up a couple days later on the fast food thing. Fast foods jobs shed in wake of California's $20 an hour minimum wage. Yeah. So now they're saying, oh yeah, they're laying off even more now. Yeah, that was a follow-up one 2 days later. All right, let's see. Trump signs order changing election rules. What it means for California, it means you got to check. People have to actually prove they're a citizen to register to vote. Oh no, they got to prove they're a citizen, which isn't that hard if they're a citizen. If they're a citizen, it's very easy to prove. If you're not a citizen and you're an illegal alien or even a legal green card holder visiting, yeah, it's, you know. So he signs the rules for it. And so what it means is that California's going to have to scrub all the dead people off their rolls. They're going to have to make sure that only legal citizens are voting, which means the Democrats are going to lose California. All right, next one here. Let's see. 1 billion food aid cut hurts California schools, farmers, and food banks. Wow, that sounds like a someone claiming they're getting all their food from U.S. Aid. Let me go in and look at that one, because that one came out this afternoon here. Let's see. The USDA is dismantling a pair of pandemic-era programs. Yeah, so these programs have only been around just recently. That provided more than $1 billion to local food banks under the Emergency Food Assistance Program and the Local Food Purchase Assistance Program. Let's see here. I'm just trying to read into what it says here. Oh, so the headline was $1 billion cut. Down below it says California receives more than $314 billion in federal funds for food benefits. $314 billion in federal funds for food benefits, health coverage, and other services each year, while federal grants to nonprofits and private contractors total more than $81 billion that they know of so far. California Department of Finance spokesperson H.D. Palmer said, "It's too early to determine whether California can afford to make up the federal spending being cut out. Stop giving all the crap away to the illegal aliens." Jeez. Hey, Tibor, how's it going? Oh, yeah. Tibor, thank you for reminding everyone, please. Yeah. That. Okay. John's Life, how's it going? Cool. Yeah, I've been trying to figure out how can I get one of those grants. I would have loved to have gotten one of those grants 10 years ago, just for 1 year. Ooh, a $100 million grant to study the effect of Californians moving to Idaho. Yeah, I would have loved to have gotten that grant just for 1 year. You know, someone else can have it for the next year. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, the action comes as California food banks are struggling to meet the unprecedented demand amid hunger rates that rose, along with the inflation and the expired of some programs that kept food on Americans' table during the fakeness. Oh, they didn't. Well, wait a minute. They were supposed to. They didn't. They're not coming clean about saying how much of it is going to illegal aliens, which is the vast majority of it. All right. Yeah, Lee needs to build. He needs a grant to build a community fallout shelter for his personal community down there in Texas. See, guy got it right for you, Lee. Your personal community, your group. Can I get one of a study? Here we are studying the New Yorkers as they melt in Florida. All right, yeah. So anyways, enough of that BS there on that one. Go back here. All right. Follow-up of that one. The next email that came after that one about 4 hours later today. Let's get into this one here. This is another one here. Billions cut from health programs. What to know in California. Oh, the funding supports ongoing public health efforts in California around disease response and the efforts to jab everybody in California. Yeah, they need to cut all that out. With all the stuff that's coming out about the amount of aluminum in each of the and the mercury and the other dangerous heavy metals that are found in those things. That, yeah. Yeah, and her study was, oh, I'm looking at the workers in my garden. Oh yes, I'm studying them. I'll have to study them next weekend and see if things changed. Yeah, let's see what it says here. I'm going to go in here. Yeah, and I'm not going to. I can't go into because I'll get dinged on this one, but supports breathing things, monitoring, testing and response, and then it goes into the for the little ones, which there is no testing being done on the for little ones. There is none going on, and if there was, it'd be done at the federal level, not at the state level. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it looks like Junior just cut 10,000 workers in the their let's see here. Yeah. So that Department of Health and Human Services Thursday said about 10,000 HSS employees would be laid off under the planned agency reorganization. A move that the administration said will save taxpayers $1.8 billion and cost $1.8 billion to being $1.7 billion being pocketed by Demon Rat leadership on kickbacks. Okay, get rid of that one. And we go to the last one now. Back to something a little more going on, still going on. Thank you to Captain Crazy's policies on the economy. Kohl's is now going to shutter 10 more stores in California. And does it say how many more nationwide here? Because they usually hide the nationwide thing in the bottom. The closures are part of a series of cost reduction measures by the company, including a 10% staffing reduction, the elimination of the in-store Amazon returns, and the upcoming closure of a massive e-commerce fulfillment center in San Bernardino. So they're closing under 10% of the stores in California. So out of 116, they're closing 10. Does it say nationwide? No, maybe just because the great nuisance has screwed California with all these stupid taxes and stuff he gets the legislature to pass. Oh, we're just going to tax corporations. Yeah, well, who's going to pay what the corporations have to pay? The consumers. Oh, all right. Shoot. I saved a bunch of memes on the other computer because I was on it doing work when I saw them, and I forgot to email them over to the other computer. Oh well, let's see. Did I get anything here? No, I'm still where I was last time. Okay, I didn't save any on this computer. Oh well. Could be because they probably weren't getting very much, and I thought, oh, people returning stuff from Amazon will come in here and decide to buy it here. No, maybe 1 in 100 or 1 in 1,000 returnees would go ahead and buy something there. Yep, thank you. Yeah, easy on. Yeah, that was the other problem too. Yes, the swamp is deep with many tentacles. Yeah. That is something I wish they would get, that somehow they could pass an executive order saying, no, there will be no riders attached to a bill. The bill, if a bill goes up for this and this, it's got to be divided. It's got to be divided into. So you have this. Oh, here's the defense bill. Oh, here's the rider bill. This is something else you want for that. That's going to be stand on its own. They got to quit combining things. As soon as they quit combining things, guess what's going to happen? 99% of those add-ons are going to disappear because they know they're not going to pass, so they're not even going to submit them. All right, let's go ahead and drop some in here. All right. Oh, every time you had a $10 Kohl's credit on it. Oh, maybe that's because they had Amazon drivers driving there to pick up all the packages, and then so they it's cheaper for Amazon to do that, to give a $10 credit to the store than it was to have. Here he comes.
Hello.
And maybe that was cheaper than paying UPS to pick them up. Hey, Lewis.
Hey.
Yeah. All right, here. Cal-Fart.
Yeah, the Hudson Bay's shutting a whole bunch of stores down and liquidating.
Yeah.
They've been open for a long time.
Yeah, the when they shut down the Joann's up here and did their big liquidation. The liquidation is supposed to last 2 weeks. Found out it was over in 3 days.
Yeah, there wasn't enough left to keep the store open, so they shipped it off to another store.
Evidently, they moved everything out pretty daggone quick because a lot of people around here do a lot of crafting in the wintertime. They get bored.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there's that. Or they shipped out all the high dollar stuff elsewhere and then just left whatever was left and 20% off, up to 50% off, and you get like 10% off. Yeah, it's not big sale, but okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Howie's there.
Howie.
Yeah. Did I miss Mother's Garden Club? Well, I thought she was back. I thought she was back at the beginning. No, I must have missed her coming through. She must when I was doing the There she is. Okay. Yeah. So comments. There we go. Get all the way to the bottom. Well, tomorrow is Friday. I may go live for Grayman Prepping tomorrow before noon my time, which would be between 10 and 12 Mountain Time. If I get things going right. I have 24 6-inch pots that all have tomatoes coming up in them now.
Nice.
Of course, as fast as it's friggin' warming up, I should be, if it stays this warm like it is now and we don't get another frost, and the forecast doesn't show another frost for the next 20 days, shoot. I mean, I'm going to be able to plant here in a little bit soon. I mean, there is absolutely no snow around. When I was on Lee's live earlier, I looked out the window here at the Grand Tetons. And I'm like, holy crap, I can see more brown and green than I can white on them. Not good. The only thing about that is that Curtis was saying that when he was up there snowmobiling, he said, yeah, there's a lot of snow up here. And then the rain came in, and the snow, instead of evaporating away like it does when the wind blows across it, and it keeps it ice cold, but it still evaporates away like in your frost-free freezer with ice cubes. Rain hit it, and it all melted and soaked into the ground and started soaking into the ground. So that's the only good thing, is that it's possibly filling up the aquifer.
So his snowmobile became a mudmobile.
No, it was there were lots of snow, but they came back, and someone else went up there the week after the snows, and they said after the rains, and they said, "Whoa, the snow's really down low again now." So to me, I was like, "Yeah," and they go, "Well, we need that water." Yes, I try to explain the science to them. Hey, the rain hits it, melts it, soaks it down, goes into the ground, and it absorbs in. If it stays as snow for another 8 weeks, all the wind blowing across there either picks up and blows it over to the other side of the mountains, or it causes it to evaporate. Yeah, my snow forecast is Saturday, 20% chance of snow before 9 a.m., then rain showers. We can deal with rain showers. Oh, and the temperature is 50 degrees. I don't think that 20% of snow showers is going to materialize. I think it's going to stay as mist and rain.
Yeah, it'll snow at like 1 a.m. for about 10 minutes when it's still like 34 degrees out.
Well, that's at 1 a.m. goes on the nighttime thing, and it says for Friday night before then, no chance of snow. So the snow's an early morning possibility. Saturday night, though, there's a 20% chance. Saturday night. Where is it? I'm looking on the printed out version. After 9 p.m., turning to rain before midnight. So yeah, there's not going to be anything Saturday night.
Right.
Sunday night's rain. Monday morning is 50% chance of rain. Oh, wait a minute, but it's 52 degrees. It's even warmer. And that's before 9 a.m. Then showers likely. 52% chance precipitation for the afternoon is 70% rain showers. And Monday night is rain showers. So yeah.
I had beautiful blue skies here today. A couple little itty bitty white puffies scattered wherever, and not a white stripe in the sky. It was awesome. Cool.
All right. So 50s at night, 80s in the daytime. Oh, by the way, let's see. Okay, it was 75 degrees in this room here today, this evening. When Lee was still alive, and I opened up the window here, I opened up the window in the bathroom, I opened the window in the other bedroom there, so I got a nice cool breeze coming through here, and it's lowered it down to 71 degrees.
Ew.
Down here low on the little table next to me here, where I got a bunch of my gadgets and stuff down here, which means
I'm still running a buddy heater,
which means it's still hot up near the ceiling here. Unfortunately, they put a new roof on this thing, about 5 years before we bought it. So it's been 9 years ago. But it's, the roof is in great shape. So there's going to be no way of putting a lighter color on there unless find up one of these ones that do like a Rhino spray liner, only in white or blue.
Yeah. Apparently.
Yeah. Put it on there so it reflects more of the heat during the daytime. But yeah, a light blue like on the shop would be perfect, I think. Kind of ugly, but I think it would be perfect. It would match, and it would be a little bit cooler in the house. But I mean, I've never ever since we bought this property opened up the windows before the end of May. Never. You don't have AC here, so that's it's like, so I got a little window unit in the master bedroom to cool it off, but I usually don't turn that on until after the price change at 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, there's been a day or two up here where I've had a door open to the house and for about a half hour to 45 minutes before the furnace would kick on.
Yeah. Ooh, Howie's planting olives, figs, strawberry tree, banana, and lemons, and is ready for bed tomorrow. Cool.
Nice.
Let's see here. Make sure I caught everything. Tammy, I don't know if I showed this one or not. Tammy says it's supposed to be 80s tomorrow, then 42 on Sunday. Rain, snow, who knows? Yeah, or Saturday. Yeah. Saturday, sorry, not Sunday.
Apparently, starting tomorrow and the weekend, we're supposed to get a nasty mix of weather.
Yeah. Let me bring up the other one here. Here. It's called the weather.com 10-day forecast, but it goes out 20 days showing on it. So, all right. Yeah, there's the low end difference between weather.com and NOAA is off by several degrees. Usually NOAA is closer, but still a little bit colder than it actually gets. So like if NOAA says it's going to be 32, it's usually 33 or 34 out here by all the thermometers and stuff. So according to NOAA, there's no freezing date between now and the 10th. But yeah, you got mid to upper 50s for most of it. A couple days it drops down into the the mid to low 40s. And it has couple 60s in here, but there's no snow showing on weather.com for forecasts for us. Yeah. Yeah, the one where weather.com said it was going to be 32. NOAA says it's going to be 36 or 35. And yet generally their temperatures are lower than it actually is. So anyways, yeah, so this is totally unprecedented. It could be a very hot summer here. Okay. There is no attic. There is no attic. The entire house is cathedral ceilings with a 2x8 truss system on it that's supposedly full of insulation.
That stinks.
Yeah. So the lower outer corners of the house are actually 7.5 feet tall for the walls, and in the middle is 9.5.
Yeah, I got the same. Yeah, I got a same kind of roof, but where it's the cathedral ceiling, and maybe the top 6 or 7 feet of it. It's a little crawl space. I got a little bit of a fold out ladder where I can climb up, and it's a little crawl space. I can't even kneeling in there. And to put stuff like suitcases or whatever I don't normally use on a yearly basis.
Okay, I keep watching my the Grayman Prepping YouTube side and Camp Pat and Family Compound over. I watch it on both of them here, and I have not seen an ad yet here. Because I went through and I found out how I can try to limit the type of ads, and I told certain classes of it, and I tried to eliminate medical diet / allergy / the big pharma ads. Beer ads, hey, yeah, okay. Beer is kind of straightforward, and you know what you're getting. There's no really hidden side effects. Everybody knows what the side effects are for beer. Just got an ad for a car jack. Oh, who was it? Kia or Hyundai? One of them put out an ad, and they did the trunk monkey, but they didn't call it a trunk monkey. They called it a trunk gorilla, but it was a chimpanzee. They were calling it a trunk monkey ad, and yeah, it was absolutely hilarious. Like the old trunk monkey ads from what in the heck it was, the Winter Group or whatever it was in Southern California that did those. Ooh, trail cam ad, yeah. Hey, are the ads allowing you guys to click on them and just skip them? I'm just asking. I'm not suggesting one thing one way or the other. I'm just asking. Or is anybody getting those quick 6-second ones? And the little bar goes bing, and it's over. Oh, I'm sorry, Lee, but I just had this sight of being here and my wife looking over my shoulder and having one of those ads pop up here for me.
It usually goes by your history of what things you've been looking at online.
Oh, I have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, not you, Lee.
Yeah, I know.
What have you been looking at, Lee?
Oh, man.
I keep watching cooking shows and they get ED ads all the time. So who knows?
Oh, yeah, because your cooking affects your ED.
Yeah. Yeah. My eating disability. Yeah. So you say, Lee. So you say.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry, Lee. We believe you.
All sarcasm is coming from that direction. Exit stage right, scrambling all the way. Heavens to Murgatroyd. All right, who all remembers that one?
Yes, I do. Saturday morning cartoons. Gotta love it.
Yeah. Pink Panther. No, not Pink Panther. Snagglepuss. Snagglepuss. Yeah. Oh, there is something I can share here. Hang on. I did pull something up over here, though. All right. There are a couple reels. I don't know if anybody wants me to share them here or not, or share the links for them. The one is the Biden IRS leaked 430 taxpayer people's, all their pertinent information, leaked it. Oh, wait a minute. The Biden administration allowed the Chinese to have full access to every desktop in the Department of Treasury.
Well, because they're great IT people, they need to help the Treasury people keep their stuff safe. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Let's see. Another one here I saved was Department of Homeland Security just fired the entire advisory committee, all of which are demon rats.
Oh,
yay! My old department's turning red again. They're losing the rainbow and just staying red. And there's a bunch of these out there. I know I talked about it before, but I actually saved it this time. No court can limit or define the duties of the office of the president under Article 2 of the Constitution, I believe it is. And then, of course, the Federalist Papers, the Jefferson Papers all say, now, the president can't define what Congress does. Congress can't define what the president does. The court can't define what either one of them does. They can just rule what they do, either constitutional or unconstitutional.
Yeah, they can rule it. They can't stop it.
Yeah. I like the Federalist Papers. So when it went through explaining it, and it used the terms, the executive office was the sword, the legislature was the pen, and neither can the sword do this or the pen do that. And
I got a phone. I got a phone and a pen. Oh wait, who said that again? Oh yeah, oh bummer.
Yeah.
They said they keep saying Elon wants to be president. Well, the only way he can do that is if he can find the same person that created the birth certificate for Obama.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the courts always had a thing to rule it unconstitutional, but they got to explain why it's unconstitutional. But as far as the other, overrule executive orders and stuff like that, it's yeah. The thing is, though, who's going to enforce it? Wait a minute. All the bailiffs and stuff for the Supreme Court and stuff don't work for the Supreme Court. They work for the executive office because that's the enforcement branch. that would sure as heck put a few of the judges on notice if all of a sudden it's like, okay, for the next 2 weeks, all bailiffs in federal courts get a paid vacation. 2 weeks. You are not to show up for work. Could you imagine the gold bricks hitting the floor under the robes of the left wing nut judiciary?
No, they would all take a vacation too and be like, well, we can't do our job then, so we have to go. We'll be back. We're going down to an island in the Bahamas. Whatever.
Cool. Then the boat will sink.
You still got that Hot Pocket song going through your head, Mark?
Yes, I do. Thank you very much. Hot Pockets. Anyway, shut up.
That sounds more like Red Robin.
Yeah. That's pretty much the same jingle they use. They just changed the words.
Anyways, yeah, so I just started putting a second tray of wet paper towels with seeds on it to try to get more seeds sprouting, because I got 24 6-inch pots, so it's 6 pots per tray. So I got 4 trays of Mountain Princess tomatoes. I got 2 trays, 12 pots of the California Wonder bell peppers. I got 1 tray planted or seeds in there for the, I can't remember to say, it's that hot sweet pepper, whatever, when it's not too hot, but it's it's got a little bit of kick to it for making salsa and stuff. And I got 8 more of them in the tray, trying to get them to put out a little root.
Just remember, when those peppers start growing, you get that first flower on there, nip it.
Yeah.
And you get the next 10 flowers on there, nip them. Or a little pepper, just cut them off and drop them. That thing they'll turn into pepper trees in like a month.
Well, that's what I did also. I mean, it was only like this long. It grew up and went for the cucumber. All of a sudden, things all over the place. It was really happy. Like, no. Cut them all off, and all of a sudden it doubled in length in 3 days.
Yep.
Good night, Mother Nature. Mother Earth Garden Club. Mother Nature. Mother Earth Garden Club. Good night, Sandy.
It's not nice to fool Mother Nature.
But yeah, there's other news. I did not see this on any of the California news feeds. 23andMe is declaring bankruptcy.
Yeah, what are they going to? Who are they going to sell all their data to of everybody's gene profile and their family history? And oops.
Okay, all right.
That's right.
Anybody in the side chat here who has used 23andMe, put a 1, type a 1, just type 1. I want to see how many are in here. So whether I know I need to share this or not.
My wife did, and so did my sister, which pissed me off. But anyway.
Yeah. Well, let me go ahead. I'll go ahead and share it anyways. Let's see. Ad for golf.
Wait, the Volkswagen Golf?
Wrong one. Wrong. Come on. Dang it. Control C. All right, this reel you may want to, if you've used 23andMe, you may want to watch this afterwards. Go ahead, just open it in a new tab and just let it sit there and watch it afterwards. Here, we're only got about 10 more minutes to go here. But this guy goes through and explains. All right, if you use 23andMe and you had them, to say, to store or save the sample, you need to go and it tells you how do you go and tell them, get rid of it, delete it, destroy it. Then you can go in and you can go to how you get to one section where you can download all your data and then delete it off of their website.
Yeah, and they'll never delete. You signed up that they own your data. It was in the fine print, and you ain't never getting rid of it. They got it, and they're going to sell it. And yeah, that came out when it first came out. People were talking about it, but oh, look, I might be able to find a long lost relative in Europe somewhere. Yeah, sure, whatever. And as long as they did it, and then, oh, look, we now know you're connected to this person, that person. Yeah.
Good night, Glenn. Oh yeah, that girl you're dating, that's your 14th cousin. You can't date her anymore.
Yes, Ancestry.com, same thing. And they're trying to put that in 23andMe and whatever the other one was. Besides, there were two of them. It was 23andMe and one other company that did that. And they're all sold to the same company.
Mm-hmm.
They got it all. They know your tree.
Yeah. What's funny is my mom's cousins, Joy and Barbara, and then their daughters did a deep dive on family history okay, it was before I got married, so that's been over 35 years, and gave everybody a book of family history showing us going back and they going back tying to every royal household in Europe and what the connection is. And generally it's not to the kings, it's to the duke's son, the son of the king, or the third son that never got anything more than being a duke or an earl, type thing. And or to his wife, and whoever the scullery maid, since he was no longer in the royal line, married some hot scullery maid instead. All right, so Glenn bowed out. Looks like Lee's bowing out too. So anyways, I got those that saw me when I did that unboxing. I had those 4 black trays. Each of those black trays holds 11 pots of the 4-inch pots in there, and so I got 44 of those set up now to. I've just brought in I unearthed the big compost pile because I thought it was still frozen. It's not. It's all nice and soft and fluffy. So I scraped the top stuff off and dug out the lower fluffy, nice. Warm stuff out and put it into the barrel and brought it up to the house here. And so I'm gonna be filling all those up and everything.
Now you're just gonna watch out for your little gnats and stuff and little flies coming out of there.
Well, that's why I dug the top off. The top 6 inches off, moved the pile over and dug down deep where nothing was living other than the stuff that eats the baby gnats and stuff like that.
Yeah. Worms.
The beetles and stuff in there, but I couldn't find any beetles or anything else in the stuff I was sifting through as I was taking it out. So, but anyways, so I'm going to be planting a whole bunch of different types of chard, and a bunch of other different things that and those things that I can transplant. I can't do the root crops like the parsnips or the radishes or the carrots. Those I gotta go out here in about another 3-4 weeks. If it still looks, projection is going to be hot, and I'll plant in all the a lot of the raised beds out here.
Potatoes, I know potatoes I can get away with up here about a month early before everything else, at least.
Yeah, well, I'm letting my wife do the potatoes because she said she doesn't want me planting something weird. So it's okay. Potatoes are yours.
What's weird? I planted Idaho russets. What's weird about that?
Well, she likes. All right. Yeah, nothing weird about that, but that's not the stuff she likes. She likes she likes like the good baby reds and the good baby yellows and stuff like that. So she doesn't want me just pulling out indiscriminate ones, but it'd be nice. All right, so coming up here, all right, so the next week. All right, so tomorrow on Camp Patton is going to be starting your seeds, and we're going to go into a little bit more in depth on it and stuff. And if I'm able to pull it off, I may do a live stream of me working on the indoor garden tomorrow, in the middle of the day. Saturday here on Grayman Prepping is after the supply chain fails, what are your plans? Monday on Camp Patton is processing peppers, canning, freeze drying, dehydrating, powdering, whatever. Tactical Tuesday and I froze. How do you do land navigation? You talk about, why, my cell phone's in the other thing. Why, the apps and stuff aren't exactly the best thing to have in emergencies or regular life, for that matter of fact. The one trying to what was the big GPS that was out for quite a while using cars and stuff?
Garmin.
Yeah. Garmin said, "Oh, take this road to get on the other side of the freeway." Well, it wasn't an underpass on the freeway. It wasn't an overpass. It was a dead end into the Snake River. The bridge that was there, I found out, had been gone for 40 years. How the heck did they think there was a bridge still here if it's been gone for 40 years?
I can always tell if the road was more than 5 years new, because as I'm driving my Garmin, it says I'm driving through a field.
Yeah. So that's what's coming up here in the next week. And I'm going to try for Friday night on the homestead next week if I can get hold of Ron Netzel to see if he wants to come up here and talk about that one's going to be minerals for your garden.
Oh, cool.
And so I'm going to try to get the Green Wizard up here to talk about that next Friday.
Yes, I wrote that. No, I didn't write that. Tibor wrote that one. I wrote the next one. I get more info on my family watching Ancient Aliens.
All right, everyone. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for putting on a little rant on California, how they're ruining it, not only for California, but for the rest of the nation, too. Remember, stay happy no matter what life throws at you, even if it is a Democrat. Quit throwing the Democrats at me. Jeez.
Or a snowball with gravel in it.
I'd rather take that than, hey, Happy Mac. He's been lurking. I'd rather take a snowball with a little gravel and have someone throw a Democrat at me.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Anyways, stay safe. Don't go out and do anything foolish. Keep adding to your preps. Learn a new skill. Try learning a new skill every month. All right? See you guys later.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.